Okay. Nice strong front position. Show respect. Step it out. Take a couple breaths wherever you are. Keeping your knees bent, finding your center. Good, 2 more. In through your nose. And out. In through your nose. And out. Good, come on. Up. Okay. Shake out your arms. Okay, open up your feet. We're gonna rotate our hips. We're actually gonna start with some line drills today, which I haven't done in a while. Okay, let your knees go. I'm gonna explain. Whatever space you're in, you'll be moving forward and backwards, okay, if you need to adjust. I'm just gonna be showing you what the drills are, okay? Roll out your ankles. And I'm gonna use pretty much only the space that you guys can see on the cameras from the pillar to the pillar, okay, wrists. All right, so to show you how to go forward and backward using the same thing, okay? And then we're gonna talk a little bit how that relates to our techniques with our lines. Big twists, open yourself up. Boom. Good, stretch it all the way up. Good, leave your hands up, over to your right side, stretch it out and breathe. Good, back to center, over to the left, or if you're mirroring me, fine, whichever side. Back up, over to the right again. This time, we're gonna let it fall slowly, breeze our fingers along the floor, and bring it back up. Good, and same thing, other side. Good, from here, we're just gonna take our hands, we'll bend them at 90s this way, and we're just gonna lean back into that. Pulling your arms back, breathe it out, gaze up the ceiling. And up. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, let's bring it down. Just a quick stretch to warm our bodies up today before we get into those drills, okay? I'm just gonna drop down a little bit. You'll see I'm putting my hands in already. Right there in the woods, you're a little bit of a push your elbows to your knees out, stretch. Boom, sit down into it. Good, breathe. You can have a little sway if you want. Boom. Now put your hands down, straighten out your legs, bend over, right? So if you don't feel it, just feel this in the back of your hamstrings. Let your head hang and breathe. Good, we're gonna go back into the bend. So sit down into it again. Good, take one more breath here. We'll stand back up with it. Breathe in, and out, and extend, and hang. Good, I like to put my fists on the floor, my hands on the floor. Walk yourself out. As much of a little bit of a split as you can. Right, if today you're totally not feeling it, right? Just stay with yourself and breathe, right? Maybe this is as wide as you go today. Maybe you can open it up a little bit more, but let yourself go. If you want your hands down, forearms, whatever's comfortable for you, just breathe. Good, keeping your feet where they are. Walk yourself over to your right side. If you want to drop your back knee, you can. Side flip, one hand on either side. Stretch out those legs, those hips. Breathe. Good, one more breath here. And out, come back to both feet so that you can slowly walk yourself to the other side. Boom, you want to again drop that back knee, one hand on either side. Lean into it. Good. Adjust if you need to spread yourself out. If you want your knee up, cool. Whatever works for you. Okay. One more breath here. Good. Out and walk yourself back to your center. Okay. Drop your knees. Whether you want to have your big toes to touch as your knees spread out, or you want your feet behind you, knees are still spread in that same position, sit back into it, right? Try both, because you might feel a little bit of a different sensation, right? And then use the floor in front of you to push and sit back into it. Good. Very good. Bring your knees back in. Okay, I like to support my lower back, so now I'm facing here. I like to support my lower back here by putting my hands back here. I seem a little strained, right? Try to touch your elbows together and lean all the way back into it. Boom. And lean back, lean back, lean back. Good, and breathe it out, bring it back to your front. Very good. All right, so just a quick little stretch today. We'll get to some more calisthenics in a little bit. Everyone stand up in whatever space that you have, okay? Absolutely fine. We're gonna, like I said, do some line drills, right? So if I'm starting here and I'm moving, and I'll call out different ones, and I get to about this position here, that's the end of my space, I'll start moving back, right? So when I give a cadence for the line drills, whether you're moving forwards or backwards, that's just up to you, whatever space that you're in. Okay, I want to work something really, really specific though with our punches and kicks with these line drills today. All right, so if you want to look, if you have a line on your floor like you do in the mats, if you have something on the wood floor or tile, or if you're outside and there's cement or there's a piece of tape on the floor, whatever it is, I want you to imagine a line there. Okay, I'm gonna hop into my left neutral bow, okay? And from here, when I give a cadence, you're gonna do this on your own. So I'm gonna call it slightly. Watch the very specific part that I want you to do. We're gonna start with punches. I want you to settle forward bow punch. All of you in the room know that. Forward bow punch. Now when I step through with my back leg, I want you to be really, really specific. I'm gonna get close to the camera so you guys can see this. I want you to watch the tick of my hip as I settle into my right neutral bow as I step. Ha! Okay? So it's a 1, yes, it turned forward. But if I just use that to step forward, I didn't get the torque back, right? So if I'm doing from this position, and I'll show it to you on both sides, right? 1, my hand after my forward bow punch, come back on guard, set, pop, tick. Okay, so that it's going to help you transition. Even if I were to go from one neutral bow to the next, pop, I have to step forward, right? Boom, and then I have to settle into that stance. And I want you guys to think when that settle and that hip turn. We're going to add the punch to help it. Okay, so I'm going to call out a bunch of forward bow punches, and you're going to forward bow punch, step through, or step back. The way the step back works is if I'm here, I still hit a forward bow punch. Now when I step back, I still tick into my neutral bow. Forward bow punch, step back, my hips are square, tick. Give it that extra little bit of turn, okay? So let's try it. Here we go, guards up. Ready? Go. Pop. Reset your hands on guard. Go. Boom. I like to bring them back on guard as that tick happens. Go. Pop. Go. Ready? Go. 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 Good. 2 more. Go. Go. Good. Relax. Okay. So it's small and subtle motion, but that's a little bit also where you're going to get your power from. Okay. Let's move on to a kick with the same idea. From here, I'm going to keep my guard up, use my back leg to kick. Now what's going to happen is you're going to hit that torque, that tick with your hip as you're settling into your neutral bow stance. Again, same thing, but I'm not adding an extra motion. So I'm going front kick, and now as I turn and settle, pop, right? I'm going to turn into that front kick, pop, right? Boom. This is the motion, right? Because I have to turn my foot so that I can kick. So I'm going to throw that front kick, turn, and then tick. Now when I'm moving backwards, okay, I'll use my front leg, pop, set. I'll use my front leg, pop, back, tick. Okay? So that you can still go back and forth with the same drill in your space. So several times, here we go. Let's call it out. Ready? Go. Pop. Take it slowly. Don't just kick, wham. Not the drill today. Sometimes we do that, but I want you guys to really take it slow so you get that turn, that torque. Ready? Go. Rhythm and go. Pop. Go. Good. Go. 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 Two more. Go. Go. Good. Shake it out. Okay. Now, I know we're kind of going backwards, right? But I want to just do neutral bows now. Okay? So, to feel it even more, okay, whether you want your hands up on guard or on your hips, totally up to you. But now, I want you to imagine that line even more specifically. You're not adding a punch, you're not adding a kick, but I am stepping and then pop, right? And you can almost, if you want to, use your hands, right? You can think like you're having a little bit of this motion when we go back to our basics, right? I throw my hip into it. I throw my hip into it. Pop, pop. Because I no longer just punch with my arms, I punch with my whole body, right? So if I were to add other strikes with it, which we'll get to, when after I do this, pop, and I hit, that is where the power comes from, so I'm throwing my whole body weight into it. So for this round, all right, whether you want your hands up to help you with the hips, or just hands on your hips, pop, you can still hit it. If you were wearing your belt should be going pop, and it should be ripping side to side as you settle, okay? I'm gonna put my hands up so you can move forward or backwards with this one. I like to go from here and then flip my hands married with my hips. So here we go, I'll out a few times. Go, slowly step, 7, 10. Go, pop, boom. Go. 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 Two more. Go. Go. Good. Shake it out. Okay. Good. So now we're gonna go back forward and we're gonna add another strike with it. Okay. So now as I go, all right, I'm gonna start in my left neutral bow. Right. You can start obviously either one in your space. Right. As I step, right, my hands are gonna be up. Right. A lot of times I like when you're this close, if you're closing the distance, right, as you step forward with it, boom, right, that hip goes, I settle, I'm going to throw a roundhouse elbow. Ha, right, because that feels really good to marry that short range weapon with that hip turn. If I'm stepping backwards, pop, I can do the same thing. I use that lead arm to do it. Okay, so and we have techniques obviously that do this. So you're using an elbow each time, using the elbow and matching it to the leg that's in front. So let's step through, let's get that whole body to hit with that elbow instead of just throwing it. Ready? So let's move. Go, pop, hit. Don't forget about the tick and don't forget about the torque as you throw that strike. You can reset your guard. Go, boom, hit. Good. Stepping back, baby. Go. Go. Settle into it. Go. 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 Set. Tick. Go. Go. 2 more. Go. Go. Good. Shake it out. We're going to do 1 more round. Okay, that's going to lead us into our roundhouse kick. Again, all toward where your body's going. So my guard is going to be up. I don't care about height right now. When you guys are working these drills, work the technical, right? Work it slow, work the part of your foot or the part of your hand that's punching, right? Don't worry about how fast you can kick land forward, right? If you train your body to do it, the speed will come. All right, so your right leg is now going to go. I'm in my left neutral bow, so you're going to use your back leg, right? I have my 1, and as I torque, I'm going to add that elbow again, okay? So maybe I hit his leg, and I buckled his knee all the way through, pop, and as I settle, look, and I'll do this one facing you. I'm in my left neutral bow. I turn, right? I'm already turning that front foot. I'm hitting the leg, but I didn't settle into my neutral bow yet. I still have that tick, right? So I hit it, because I'm hitting the target in front of me, and as I landed forward, but my hip is still loaded back, and then I add that little bit of hip torque, right? So maybe I throw my kick, land and hit. Now, if I'm moving backwards, so I'm giving you guys both options, okay? Same thing like we did before, using your lead leg to kick, putting these drills together, stepping back, and using that front elbow, pop, to hit, okay? So that's, again, just about range. We can extend it, have different weapons, different kicks, different combos. These are just a couple basics to start off our drills. All right, so guard is up. I'm gonna start with my left neutral bow, moving forward, up to you. Okay, so roundhouse kick, land with your elbow with that tick. Remember to breathe. Here we go. 1. I'm not even gonna count, I'm just gonna get favorites. 2. 3. Go. Go. Pop. Maybe it's low. Go. 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 2 more. Go. Go. Pop. Okay. Just gives you, again, some ideas of where to draw that line, right? We could do line drills. You guys know this. We've all been in classes where we've done the line drills, right? For an hour, techniques forwards and backwards, which that piece we're going to get into, but blocks, other kicks, other punches, right? We could go back and forth, back and forth. Great drills for you guys, though, to practice at home, because those are drills you can do by yourself in your own space. Okay, good. Hopefully we're starting to feel a little bit warm. If you guys have questions, you know this, stop me, ask me, okay? And then we will keep moving from there. Okay, let's get in a couple quick rounds of exercises. I put them in the middle of the class today, all right? Because I wanted our body to warm up through our tempo, and then we're gonna take that same idea, like I said, into our techniques. So we're gonna hit 2 rounds, basic exercises, rounds of 10, all right? So we're gonna start with 5 exercises, 10 of each one. I'm going to count it, so you're not going to have to remember this, right? But I'm just giving you a little preface of what's going on. Okay, so let's drop down. We're going to start nice standard basic exercises today. Push-ups, all right? Any kind that you want. We're going to just start with 10. If you want to stay with me, do it, okay? If you want to go at your own pace, absolutely fine. 10 push-ups, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Roll to your back. I'm going to do crunches. You want to do sit-ups or water pumps? Up to you. Crunches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll back over to where your push-ups are. We're going to do mountain climbers. Okay, here we go. Any kind that you want. Knee in, knee out, cross, foot up, break dance. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Make your way to your feet. Okay, squats. 10. Sit low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to skip calf raises today. So we're going to do our lunges as our 5th exercise. Then we'll do round 2 before we move on. Okay? Whether you want to step forward or back, totally up to you. Keep yourself out. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2. This takes a little bit longer. Keep your back straight. 3. Let your hands go. Breathe. That's 5. Boom. 6. 7. 9. And 10. Good. All right, and one more round, same exercise. If you want to pick a different variation on every exercise, you are more than welcome to. We're going to go back into push-ups, crunches, mountain climbers, squats, and lunges. You want to do wide push-ups, diving push-ups, handstand push-ups. You want to do crunches, sit-ups, water pumps, bicycle. You want to do mountain climbers, a different variation. Like I said, in with your knee, cross body, foot up, break dance. You want to do squats. You want to do jump squats. You want to do jumping lunges. Anything you want. All right, I'm going to call it out again. Here we go. One last round. Push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Onto your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over back. Pick a different mountain climber. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Stand up. Here we go. Squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lunges. Maybe a different kind if you want. I'm going to step forward this time because last time I stepped back. Okay, so that's 1, 2, boom, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Boom. Very good. Last exercise before we move back into our techniques. Okay, daily plank. You guys have been in my classes. If you've been doing plank on a daily basis, not going to hold it super long. We already did some core, but you guys got this. Hands are down. Set yourself up. You guys know the drill. All right, here we go. Plank it up and just hold. You guys can hold this for hours, but just breathe. Good. Like I said, not super long today, but such an easy and such a good exercise for us to all practice. Good. You're going to do another 15 seconds. That's it today. Push it up. Push away from the floor because you only got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees. Good, very good. Okay, come back up. All right, hopefully you're warmed up and ready to move. Okay, so when I started the line drills, I was talking about the lines in the floor. All right, I want you to think about that when you're working your techniques as well. So let me explain that. I'm going to call out a couple techniques and we'll do some ideas, okay? So if I have on the floor here, I don't know if you can see the mats, I have a little X or a plus sign, okay? Because I want to think 2 different things for my techniques, or a couple different things. I want to think when I'm using my neutral bow, am I stepping forward and keeping that line in between my feet? Or stepping back, am I still keeping that line in between my feet? That's my settling, right? So that's where my stance work comes into play. The other line I want you to think of right now is this horizontal line, right? You have your vertical line. If you guys have tape at home and you want to put it down on the floor, cool. Create a little universal symbol for yourself down on the floor, okay? The horizontal line, I want you to think about the space between you and your opponent, where the attack is coming from, right? So if you haven't moved your partner from their space, right, you haven't effectively done your technique, and you guys have heard me say that before. If you even did delayed sword, where I'm stepping back, boom, boom, hit, and I stayed behind that horizontal plane, right, and they didn't move back, fine. What your goal is, after you become a yellow belt and past that, right, is to really impede more on their space. Even if I add a step back and I kick and I land forward with my chop, then I start going through them. Now I'm a little bit forward from where that horizontal line is, and now I've come into their space, right? So that's what you want to think. You almost want to think, like, if I'm behind that horizontal line here, and when you're done with your technique here, right? So you move them, then you will cross out on guard. And I want everyone to remember that cross out on guard too. Okay? Now, obviously, the more advanced you guys get, you're going to start using the lines, up the circles, all that kind of stuff. Cool thing about those, right? You could just take this plus sign, right, and just start to turn it. Right, so I'm talking a little bit about the universal symbol today and all those angles, right? I don't think that we focus enough on it, right? And really think, because you should be able to write your techniques out and say, hey, I'm going to this angle, I'm going to this angle. Here's where I'm going, here's where I'm going. Here's a big hint for you guys, for those of you who are in class today or watching this on YouTube, right? I asked this about a specific blue belt technique, returning the storm. Right, returning the storm, you hit all four angles. It's a very special technique for that reason, because there's not a lot of techniques that do that, right? A lot of techniques hit some, but knowing where your body is moving and how it's moving is super important in space, okay? So I want you to be really aware of that. I'm gonna do the drill now where I call out a couple techniques, and I want you, before you even do the technique, this might take an extra minute, right? I want you to look into your space, and I want you to settle. Even if you don't have lines on the floor, check your stances, right? Did I move my opponent, right? Even on the ones where I'm going to come into here, and I'm doing something on capture twigs, right? And I come back, I've still moved, right? I've still come over. What happens with those back attacks is, I'm going to ask the question in a second, the horizontal plane, the horizontal line just changes. I'm now on this side of it, and they're on that side. But of course, pop, boom, pop, I'm now into their space, right? So I've always impeded on where that is, okay? So really thinking of that horizontal plane and that vertical plane for your universal symbol, okay? So let's start hands down, look down at the floor wherever you are so you realize where your stance is. I'm gonna start, I don't have any white belts in the room today, but I'm still gonna call out one or two of those techniques. I'm gonna spend just a couple minutes on this to see if you guys can start to understand the circles and the lines within those techniques, okay? So let's start here with, I'm gonna do deflecting hammer, okay? Good one first, okay? Start in your right neutral bow, deflecting hammer on your own, right? Do the technique and see what kind of lines you can create if you were to put chalk on the bottom of your feet. All right, go. And if you guys don't remember deflecting hammer, do one you do know, but please make a note of it and we'll come back and find that technique later. Okay. And then when you're done, cross out on guard. Just really prove to yourself that you can do that. Okay, let's move on. A lot of you guys should have that one. All right, let's go on to mace of aggression. Neutral stance, stepping forward. Mace of aggression. I'm pulling you, lapel grab, stepping forward with that hammer. Mace of aggression. Go. And if you remember a piece of it and forget the other piece, totally fine. All right, move on. Okay, just remember the drill. All right, so let's move on because I don't have any white belts in the room. Let's do some orange belt. Clutching feathers. Nice. Now, did you keep that line, the vertical line in between your stances when you hit your forward bow and your neutral bow? Did you then cross it as you created an angle to 730 as you crossed over on guard? Keep that in mind. Lone kimono. Lapel grab right to your shoulder here, right? Their left to your right. Boom. Good. Let's move on. Everyone's favorite. Let's do 5 swords today. This one, right? You stay on your neutral, on that vertical, then you step up that circle. Good. Let's go on. Let's do shielding hammer. Calling out some of our standard base techniques today. Shielding hammer, orange belt. Boom. Good. Raining claw. Nice moving, Chris. Good. So I'm going to interrupt everybody for 1 second, whether I can see you or not. I want to go back to a reminder of something that we did when we first started our class today, right? When I did my line drills, I stepped and I did my hip, right? So when I step, and I'll use raining claw or alternating maces, right? Very similar techniques, right? To do this, when I step back, right, and I block, I don't want it to just be step and block. Yeah, that's gonna hurt the guy, right? But I want that hip torque to happen even more. There's a little bit of a drop, there's a little bit of a tick with that. It's not just a stop, it's a settle, and this is breaking it down super, super slowly in body motion, right? Where I step back, now watch that hip turn and that torque as I drop on, pop, right? You're gonna hit, it's almost like your hip is hitting something and pulling back. It's like when you touch fire, pop, as I pull back and it burns, right? So now that's what lends to that settle, that go, right? Because it'll help with the next motion. Pop, right? Hit it, pop. So as it hits, it settles with the block, then it pulls back, and I claw. So Chris, this is a raining claw. I don't know if you've gotten there on the sheet yet, towards the bottom. Okay, orange belt. So whether your hands are up, probably right as I step back, this is settling in. You'll see my hip drop on the block. I try to break the arm, try to go all the way down there. And as soon as I start to settle back with my right hip, you can see what's happening with my hip. That claw, that forward bow fires, and then again, I let that hip settle back in. Whether it's a back to knuckle punch or a rolling back fist, pop. I like the back to knuckle punch right up into the chin, right? So 1, 1, 2, or pop, pop, hit. Right? So you start to get the speed of where those ticks are, and that's where your power is coming from. Okay? So as we continue calling out just a couple more techniques, I want you guys to be able to, again, whether it's your right, moving forward, your left, wherever you are, you guys YouTube some of the higher ranked black belts, so whether it be from today or 10 years ago, you're going to start to see more of that motion. It's less static and a lot of dynamic motion. And the seniors that I've worked with, they talk about this, you guys. They don't move, like when you're watching them sometimes, Adam, I know you've trained with some high ranks as well, right? When you guys watch them move, it's so cool because they're dissecting it so minutely in their motion, right? But it's so strong. So yes, we exaggerate in these younger belts, right? But as you start becoming more and more familiar with the motion and the techniques, starting to really break them down is just going to help your motion through everything, not just that particular technique. And that's what taking this time is going to do for you. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to call it just a couple more. All right, let's go to purple belt first, those of you who have these techniques. All right, let's do parting wings is a great one. Okay, parting wings, two-handed high push. Okay, do the best you can. Ready? and realize those lines. So I'm giving you guys two very specific things to think about today: your hip torque and your universal pattern lines. Nice. Yeah, nice, Adam. Boom. Good. Let's keep going. Let's do thundering hammers. Teenagers, you guys should even have this one. If you don't, ask about thundering hammers. I know Joshua, Rihanna, you guys have this. It's in long form 4. Let's do circling wing. And my teenagers in the room, I'm calling out the ones that you need for purple belt tests. So the ones that you guys may have tested with already. Let's do my favorite purple. Let's do twin kimono. Boom, pop, boom. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's do one more on the purple belt sheet, and then I'll open it up to you guys for a minute. Hooking wings. Pop, boom, 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 boom. Very good. Okay. I'm going to stop for a second. I just wanted to hit a couple on each of those sheets. Okay, that's test material for everybody in the room. Okay, if, again, you're not remembering those techniques, ask me in a private. All right, important if you've already tested with those that we know those. But do you guys have questions on anything I called out so far? It could be a specific technique, it could be a drill. Feel free to type it in or unmute yourself because I have you muted on this end. No? Cool. All right. So the idea then I want to continue with is the universal symbol, and I want you guys to think of your personal techniques within that. And if you want to ask about one of your personal techniques, how it fits, please do it. Everyone, though, jump into a left neutral bow facing 130. So facing the corner this time instead of 12. Okay. If I were to mirror you guys facing 130, I would be here. Okay. So you guys are my 12. I'm mirroring you guys, right? So it would be my right, but here. So I want you to do a step drag. Okay, staying on this line, just feeling where you are. Hop all the way to 730. Okay, so keep your guard up. Staying on this now horizontal, diagonal line, but that's your new vertical line because I've just taken that universal plus sign and just turned it. Okay, so I'm staying on what my vertical line is or that diagonal. So here we go. You're in your left neutral bow facing 130. Step drag to 730. Go. Good. Back into 130. Go. Good. Cover to 1030. Stepping back. Step drag backwards where you are. Boom. Good. And that step should have been to 430. Step drag forward now to 1030. Hop. Cover backwards with that left leg, and you're back where you started. So let's try that again. Okay, same exact drill. Right, a little different now to what we started on facing that 12 o'clock. Okay, step drag backwards, hop, step drag forward. Good, cover to 1030. Step drag backwards, step drag forward, cover back to 130. And you should be exactly where you started, because your step drag should be the same distance. Okay? I'm going to do it with you, but I'm just going to give you the cadence again. Okay? Here we go. Step drag back. I'm facing 130. Ready? Step drag back. Step drag forward. Cover to 1030. Step drag back. Step drag forward. Cover to 130. Right? If I were to use that line here again, right, I would have boom, boom, and bop. I would be right back where I started. Right? So good drill. Whether you do it to 12, boom, right? And then I cover, and then I would go back, fine. Whether I would do it here, then I cover, back, just ideas for you guys here, okay? Everyone again, one more time, left neutral bow facing 130. Okay, backwards, go. Forwards, go. cover. Backwards, forwards, and cover. Very good. Try it one more time. I'm going to watch you guys do it this time. Okay? It should feel pretty familiar. All right? Try it. Go. Boom. In. Cover. Boom. Hop. And back. Good. So cool. Really nice, you guys. I want everyone to try it one more time. It's cool because what's happening a little bit is I'm seeing more advanced covers, which would be your lead leg. Hop. Try to use that rear leg to cover. Hop. Boom. Hop. And back. Right? So that you're covering safely. Okay, try it one more time with that in mind, and then we're going to move on. Go. Boom. There it is, Chris. Beautiful. Pop. Yes, there you go. Good, 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 you guys. Very nice. Okay, so just little drills off of that. Everyone jump facing back to 12 o'clock. Let's hit a right neutral bow this time. Okay, right neutral bow. Okay, putting this together. All I want to see, and we've done this, it's been a little bit of time since we've done this. I want to find that hip tick that we were talking about as I step up the circle now. Instead of stepping back, we're stepping through. Okay, I'm in my right neutral bow. I'm going to take that left leg. I'm going to step up to 430. I'm kind of in my forward bow now as I hit. Right, so if I were to go 1, I'll use 5 swords. 2, that's where this starts to happen. That's where the speed behind those starts to come in. Okay, so right neutral bow, real slow. We're going to drill this a couple times. Step up the circle using the universal symbol. Now I have my vertical line. I'm crossing and I'm going up the circle with that. As I settle, pop. And now I'm going to create a new line between my toe and my heel facing 1030. Okay, so here we go. Right neutral bow. Left leg is going to step up the circle to 430. 10. If you want to throw a strike right now, totally up to you. Guard is up. Ready? Left leg steps. Go. Pop. Good. Reset. Go. Pop. Reset. Good. A couple more times. On your own now. I'm going to call it out. Go. Boom. Hit. Good. I'll do it with you as well. Ready? Go. Boom. 10. Reset. Go. Boom. Hit. Boom. Hit. Right? I moved my opponent. Right? Boom. Boom. Pop. Boom. Hit. Sword. They're in a different position from where they started. That's what I want you again thinking about. Ready? A couple more times. Right? Neutral bow. Go. Go. This would be like a forward bow back into neutral, but now I'm keeping my same leg in front. Go. Go. Reset. 2 more times. Go. 1 more. Go. Good. Back. Jump switch. Do the same thing on the other side. I could do this if we were stepping forward, right? Obviously, if I was coming here, or if I was stepping up the circle this way, all different approaches, right? Just some basics for you, okay? I'm in my left neutral bow. Right leg is going to step to 730. I'm going to get that torque, that tick, and now I'm going to have my neutral bow facing 130, okay? Here we go. Right leg steps. Go. 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 Good. Reset every time. Go. Go. Good. Check your stance. Right? If you had the line, would it still be between your toe and your heel? Go. Good. Reset. A couple more. Go. Go. Boom. 1 more. Go. Good. Shake it out. Very good. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I know some of you, most of you are not wearing your uniform right now, which is totally fine. gonna bring you over, right? You guys, just remembering the dojo a little bit. All right, so universal symbol. Go through your techniques, you guys. Realize, okay, and I don't know if I could figure out how to hold it and show at the same time, but if you're starting here, right, there's your neutral, that's your starting point, right? Short form 1 and long form 1 on this, right? Then we start getting into our angles, right, for short form 2, right? What we just did, right, as we go in to our techniques, right? We have our neutral bow stances, right? Did we step up the circle to now end on the other plane here? Did we tick up, right? Did we make a circle? I want you to go through and really start to dissect some of your techniques even more in that way. It'll make you guys so much better at your understanding of where those are. Do we have questions on how that might work on the universal symbol on angles of anything? No? Okay. And if you don't, and something comes up later as you're practicing, totally fine. Yeah, Adam.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the different planes. Is there any limit to like the way, like obviously you can think about the universal pattern this way, or you can think about it in your feet, or, you know, can it go all kinds of different ways?
So I'll even show you this one, yeah. I happen to be wearing my uniform today that has the more complicated one. Right, so this one was actually also special created. It has even more lines on it, right? I don't know if everyone can see that or if you get a little bit of a glare, right? So that dissects every single line that I just showed you up on the wall in half again, right? To just show the almost infinite possibilities of where those angles are, because these angles, whether these angles, 90 degree, you start turning them to get 45, 90, all that kind of stuff. I'm just taking all those and then turning them, right? You have, right, that you could do it with your arms, you could do it with your feet. Think of even things like grip of death on the orange belt sheet where we come up and I come through. That's your heart shape. So you could see, right, the heart that's coming up and through. On this one, it's a little bit harder. But if I were to come here, then it comes down, right? When I do grip of death, right, short form 3 or an orange belt technique, right, I come up and then I come back down. So this motion, and that's why in our school we add this piece into here to increase where that shape is, right? There's diamond shapes, which would be that returning the storm, right? Where I'm coming one, club is coming in. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Where I'm coming through, where I hit all 4 of my angles. So that's another shape. You could be creating these shapes with your upper body and lower body, like you're talking about, but also with my hips, right? Because if I'm starting neutral, right, and then I step back, there I've just changed it. I step back, I've changed it again because my hips are forward now. Now I've changed it. Now I've changed it again as I move forward into my twist. There's a new one. There's a new one. Here, head. So it's not just upper or lower. Remember that this part of your body, sometimes we forget about how minute those changes are. But again, this part of your body is your hips, where your power comes from, right? So whether I'm just doing a forward bow, or I'm doing a cross, or I'm doing a step through, right? That also can make smaller circles or smaller lines to make those shapes even more infinite on a smaller basis. It's really kind of cool. So funny because we mentioned it so briefly, Sensei Donnie, Sensei Gabe and I, like last week of, you know, creating art with our Kempo in a completely different way. If you were to paint on your arm and like do star blocking set on a canvas, boom, pop, boom, pop, boom, pop, right? It would kind of look pretty awesome. I kind of want to try that, right? But think about then if you were to take paint on the bottom of your feet and take one of your most complicated techniques on your footwork, what kind of shape would that make? I think we're like creating a whole new genre of art here, which everyone would be looking at, like, what is that? But you can take all of those different pieces and create different shapes of, I think, infinite possibilities, which is why, right, the techniques just keep puzzling together piece after piece. Yeah, they're similar pieces, but you know by now, you take a piece of this and a piece of this and a piece of that, it's going to create a different shape, right? Nice, you guys. If there are no other questions, I want everyone to stand up. And if you do have other stuff, ask me. But stand up, please, in a front position. And I want you to do your form, whatever form you want, one time. But I want you to keep this in mind, whether it's short form 1, short form 3, whatever you're doing, okay? Keep those angles in mind. If you're stepping back in short form 1, get that hip tick in there. Get the torque. Don't just stop and block, right? Really settle into it, right? A lot of Shaolin and more Shotokan style karate really does get that pop, boom, pop. There's a reason why when you see those forms online, they look so crisp. I watch those sometimes. I'm like, it looks so good, right? We can add that stuff to our own motion, right? So it's not just a settle. It is, but why not let it go, go, pop. It'll give you and showcase the amount of power that you guys can do, okay? That, along with the perfect angles and the alignment of your feet, crisps up your forms so much, okay? So try your form, full salutation, one time. We're only going to do it one time. Before I close you out, but those are the two things I want you to really be aware of. All right. So sometimes I say flow, power, all this other kind of stuff. Today, it's about hip ticks and angles for your universal symbol. So nice strong front position. Look down at your feet. Where did you start? Try to end in that same spot. Okay. With salutation. Go. I'm going to watch you guys. Do the best that you can to make it through. Good job. Keep moving. And finish at your own pace. If you're still going, keep going. Whenever you're done, stretch it out or do it again, because some of you have longer forms, totally fine. All right, we'll breathe out to bow you out. But I just wanted to introduce these two, or maybe not introduce, reintroduce these two ideas to your techniques and to your forms. And if you get stuck on a form, try to keep moving, try to keep doing, right? If you need to skip a part and skip to the next piece, totally fine. Very nice. All right, you guys. Hop up back into your front position. Really good. As you guys go back, I'm watching you guys really dissect that and think about it. Keep doing that, right? Keep thinking about that as you practice forms and techniques, because super important to get those angles. That's what's hard, right? And get the power. That's the other piece that sometimes we forget. But really nice. If you guys have questions on stuff, you know, email me, call me. And if you guys want private lessons, if you're not already scheduled, again, email me, call me, and we'll get you in the book. Whether it's in person here at the dojo or online, whatever you're comfortable with. Happy Thursday. Nice strong front position. Now, step it out. Just breathe. 2 more times, in through your nose. And out. And in. And out. And up. Salute. Happy Thursday.
Thank you so much.